My name is Dan Pekosik. I'm the owner and founder of Torque Barbell Gym. What you see today is a culmination of nearly 15 years of work and the countless ups and downs as I navigated through powerlifting, building a gym and fitness business, injuries, a pandemic, hiring and growing our staff, and building a family not only at home, but within these four walls. This is the story of Torque. I started working out and training very young at around age 13 or 14 after a back injury. That turned into me working out alone in my parents' basement every day after school and starting to compete in powerlifting at age 16. When I went into high school, I had the nickname Little Dan, and I was all of about 120 pounds. When I left high school, I was 230 pounds and the strongest kid in the school. I struggled a lot academically, but I was a good athlete and I was obsessed with working out and learning about powerlifting. I played hockey and football and eventually dropped out of school. After a few months of working at a fitness store, my parents sent me to a private school to graduate. Fast forward a year, and I went to learn as an intern at Superior Athletics Gym in Worcester, Ohio, and there I had the opportunity to train at Westside Barbell. This was life-changing for me because I immediately knew what I wanted to do, which was train athletes and own a gym. When I came home, I started volunteering as an assistant football coach and got certified in training and started working with some of the kids from the team. In 2009, I started my own personal training company called Powerful Athlete Training. Around that same time, I started renting and sharing space with another guy named Mike who ran boot camps and personal training sessions in a small automotive garage that we had turned into a gym. From 2009 to 2013, I hustled and grinded and built up my training business while taking advantage of every opportunity that was put in front of me to get clients and gain experience. This is where I had the opportunity to work with CFL combines, Hockey Night in Canada, boot camp classes both indoor and outdoor. I trained girls from the Lingerie Football League, as well as competed in numerous powerlifting competitions. During this time in 2009 is also when I won my first national powerlifting championship. These years were formative in building my business and my reputation for training within Etobicoke. I worked with full hockey teams where I would travel to the arena and do dryland sessions with the teams before their practices, which ultimately led me to start training some of their parents, brothers and sisters, and family and friends. Over these 3.5 years, we brought on a few more trainers to work with us and share the space, and between all of us, we had built up a clientele of about 100 members. Throughout 2012, I started to get the feeling that we needed more space. I started to look around at new buildings to move into a bigger facility. In January 2013, 2 units side by side in a plaza came up, and on May 1st, I took possession of both of them. I knocked down the wall and built what is now Torque Barbell. We opened the gym with only 34 days, and our official day open was June 3rd, 2013. Mike and I had decided to partner on the new business, but very early on it became apparent that we had different views on the end goal, and after about 1.5 years, I bought out his share of the business. In the early years, there was a lot of trying and failing, and starting to figure out what the gym was. I quickly realized after a few years that competitive powerlifters, athletes, and fitness competitors were not going to pay the bills. What started as a high-performance training center for athletes ultimately became a high-performance training center for everyone. Our only prerequisite for joining the gym was that you were committed to your goal, you work hard, you support your community, and you give 100%. We started to offer more classes, we hired more trainers, started pushing our one-on-one training more, stepped up our community involvement and got our name out, and had to think outside the box to bring in new business. Every year when the IFBB came into town and we had all the competitors in the area, we started to get companies like Animal Pack and Gymshark come through our doors. Somewhere along the way, we had Vice come in and film a documentary. We've had pros come and sign our wall, and we started to really push and expand our social media presence. Around 2015 or 16, we started holding free seminars, charity events, inter-gym competitions, and expanded our clothing line. As of right now, on our 10th anniversary, We currently have 700 members, 16 staff members, and 8 independent trainers, 88 boot camp classes, and over 600 personal training sessions every month. The gym community has become more than I could have ever dreamed of building, and the work we do to support our community through charity events, supporting those in need, and teaching the younger generation through high school field trips and in-school training. I'm truly proud and thankful for every single person who has been part of our journey over the past 10 years. Whether it's through our powerlifting competitions hosted inside the gym, our Thanksgiving or Christmas dinners, or our summer kickoff anniversary parties every year, or any of the many charity initiatives that we involve ourselves in. I can't say enough of what it all means to me. We started with humble beginnings and have built something amazing. I appreciate every single person who has come through these doors and supported the gym. A lot of people have moved on to other things in their life, but I want to acknowledge everybody who is part of the early years, everybody who kept their membership active to help us get through the pandemic in 2020, and every single person who currently works here, trains here, and calls Torque their second home. The gym ultimately started because of my deep passion for powerlifting and training in general. Because of my competing and getting very strong at a young age, people naturally gravitated towards me and wanted me to help them with their workouts and their fitness. I won my first national championship at age 19. I placed second in 2014, and I won again in 2015. I've competed at the World Championships for Team Canada and placed 4th at the USA National Championships. I've had great mentors over the years, from Joe Peacock at Dotmar Fitness for the last 17 years, to all the guys at the Anvil powerlifting team from 2007 to 2010 in Toronto, to Travis Bell in Ohio and Westside Barbell that was pivotal in me becoming a gym owner and continuing with my powerlifting, to Paul Diaz, who was my weightlifting teacher at Etobicoke Collegiate in high school. And as well, my longtime training partner, who I competed with all over Canada and the US, who was also the manager of our gym until 2017, and a huge reason why Torque became what it did, Brett Sanders. I also want to acknowledge all of my training partners and members of the Torque powerlifting team for the past 10 years. We've hosted 9 competitions in the gym and have planned for 2 competitions every year going forward. Our competitive team was built around me and Brett, and we spent the early years of the gym competing, winning, and getting our name out there. We've coached athletes to win world championships, set world records, win best lifter awards, set Canadian and American records, best team awards, and every competition we go to, you know that if you're part of the Torque team, you have support all the way through. I want to wrap this up by explaining what the gym and fitness has given me in my life. I can sum it up with one word: family. I met my wife here in 2018, and since then she's become my best friend and has blessed us with a beautiful daughter and our second child on the way. I'm thankful for every single day that she's come into my life, whether it was through the pandemic and supporting each other while the gym was closed down, or all my injuries and stress that I've caused in our family life at home. I can't say enough of how appreciative I am that I started a gym, because without it, I don't know if we ever would have crossed paths. I also want to talk about my parents and the support and encouragement they've given me all these years. I've never taken a business course in my life, and my parents have been there to teach me and guide me every step of the way. Whether it's my mom helping for the past 10 years with accounting and keeping the finances organized, or my dad being one phone call away from, hey, can you run over and help me fix this shower knob? Or, hey, we got to replace the toilet this weekend, are you free? We built this gym entirely ourselves because we had no money in the beginning, but we had hard work and we had all the tools to get the job done. And ultimately, beyond my immediate family, the gym is my family. Guys like Rodrigo, who have been with me for the past 12 years from the days of the early gym, or the members who are still here from the first gym. All the staff and trainers who have worked here and helped our members achieve their health and fitness goals, to Garrett, who was standing beside me on day 1 after the pandemic when we were still operating outdoors and had 0 employees. Now we have Dialona, our manager, who helps keep the business running in the back end, and all the things you don't see that make this place successful. And to every current staff member who puts their heart into helping their clients and creating the atmosphere of what Torque is. No doubt there's been ups and downs, just like any relationship. But you guys have been on this roller coaster with me, and I truly appreciate it. A lot has changed over the years, but a lot has stayed the same. I'm fortunate to come to work every day and share my passion with all of you. What started as a 15-year-old kid working out in his parents' basement has grown into this. And for that, I truly thank you. Cheers to 10 years of Torque Barbell.